Hey everybody, this is just a quick video in Vicon Shogun Post to show how you can quickly use the autoskeleton feature to improve your motion capture results, particularly in fidelity around the feet and shoulders. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this take, and it's already been processed. Instead, I'll start from scratch by using File and Open. And this is the results of a capture day, and I'm going to go ahead and change to the mocap file type, MCP. And this particular take is called Getting Hit Take 2. I'll select that and open it. I'm going to discard changes. And here we have the raw data from Vicon in Shogun Post. Now, the main thing that we're looking at and seeing here is that the feet are oddly distorted in the mesh that we see, the skinned mesh. And also, if we look at the shoulders and neck, there's a lot of distortion here. So that's what we want to correct. This is the result from a standard calibration range of motion in Shogun Live. There is a feature in Shogun Post that can improve this called autoskeleton. So if I start from scratch in terms of my Shogun Post layout, what I would do is go into subject setup, and I'm going to open both subject setup and subject management. In subject management, here we have our motion capture subject, and I'll right click and delete the solving setup. So this is remove solving setup, which is the character skeleton that ultimately gets exported to other software and the skin itself. So I'm going to remove that solving setup. We still have our labeled markers, and that's all set to use. Now we want to create a new solving setup using the autoskeleton system in Shogun Post. So I'll go to the subject setup window. Again, that's exposed by this button here, right here, subject setup. And I'm going to make sure that I choose the appropriate template. In this case, the performer is wearing waist markers on the sides. There are no real finger markers here. So we're just using the side waist setup, and our skin will be the Vicon Male version 2. So we're going to import this solving template that we've selected. And now we want to apply that to our character. So we're going to use the autoskeleton system, and we'll use this AS for autoskeleton calibrate. And after a quick process, we have our autoskeleton in place, and notice that the feet appear much better. No distortion down there, and they're resting flat on the floor. And our neck and shoulders look much better as well. The only thing is, this has only been solved for a single frame. If I were to click and drag through my time frame, the labels are moving, but we don't have that solution applied to our solving setup. So we'll go to our processing panel and use solving to now process this data, all the labeling, and apply it to the new autoskeleton. And here's our result. And we'll have a much better result to export. We can use our standard export to FBX to use in other software. Also, we can use the export button here in order to save out a VSS file, a Vicon solving setup file that we can use in future live takes as well as Vicon solves. So if I save this, Adrian VSS, this is in Vicon subjects. I'll go ahead and replace that, and then file open. And I'll open another file from that same show day, that same capture day. Let's bring in getting hit number 1. I'll go ahead and save the changes that I made to this one. Sure. And again, we'll go ahead and remove our existing solving setup, and then use the import button to import the solving setup we did before. And now we can solve for our solving. And that should finish this clip. And it's useful to note that we can also import that Vicon solving setup into Shogun Live so that we can record new takes that will use this autoskeleton setup instead of the default calibration. So I hope this helps. And until next time, have fun.